Okay, for real. This is the start of the video now. Hello and welcome to Smoke Session, the show. 2 boys, 1 blunt. Everyone knows the rules. We're going to smoke a blunt and browse the internet. That's the show of smoke.
That's not a blunt, so why are you lying to the audience?
It's not. And by smoke, I mean eat my vegetables. We have some broccoli here today, and I'm gonna share it with my such good friend Nickisnotgreen.
Intro too long.
Nicole, put on the screen how long the video is. It's just such an annoying edit. Just like, why?
Put my head upside down. Now.
We're going to be smoking, and we're going to have a smoke session. We're going to dive on the internet. Nick, what are we doing today?
We're going to dive on the internet.
We're going to dive on the internet. What are we doing today on the internet?
So today we're taking a... Did you ever stop? So today we're going to be taking a dive into the internet and looking at some awesome job reviews. You know, you and I have had a lot of jobs before we got to this point. A lot of them. And I would like to see what other people think about them, because I hated them. Being a YouTuber is so much better. Should have just been a YouTuber. All those people that work there should be YouTubers. You guys should be YouTubers.
We're going to look up the name of the first job you ever worked at. We're not going to put the name on there, though. Put the name on the screen, but then completely censor it.
So my first job was at a place when I was 16 years old called
Redacted
Water Park. And I was the guy that stands at the top of the slides who tells you when to go down.
Oh,
I was
nice.
not a lifeguard because I was too scared to do that. And you got paid the same. And you have to pay for lifeguard training. So I just did that job. And it was the worst job I ever had. It was my least favorite job I've ever had to this day. And my dad always told me, Nick, because you're outside all day, like you're going to regret this when you get a job that's inside. You're going to say, oh my God, I wish I was back at the top of that slide telling kids to go down. I never thought that.
No.
It still is the worst job I've ever had to this day. I hated it.
Standing outside all
So
fucking
boring.
day. Yeah.
So boring. 30-minute shifts. 30 minutes. Okay, next slide. Go walk over to the next slide. I would literally sit up there and just like sing to myself, hit like the side of the slide.
You're going crazy.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. There was this guy that people called the Joker. What? I forgot about this. Probably in his mid-20s, and he would like put the tube on the slide and then run, jump, and grab the bar above, and then laugh like the Joker. And then with his feet and full body weight, would like kick the kid down.
Oh my God.
In the tube, and the kids would be like, "Joker, put me on, Joker."
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You like kicked the little kids?
And then one day he like threw a chair across the room and quit, and then we never saw him again.
The Joker.
Yeah, they literally called him the Joker, and he had long, like blonde. It might have been blonde hair. I was 16. I don't remember. Let's look it up. Let's click at this little one. Why?
Censor the kid.
Why would you post this photo? What? How does this help anyone decide whether or not they should go to this park? Elvia gives 1 star, saying, I would give 0 stars if possible. My nephew's 6-year-old party was ruined today by 2 male employees who clearly exhibited prejudiced behaviors. 2 male employees by the name of Trevor and Nick.
It's from 7 months ago. When was the last time you were in?
It's been, I think, almost 8 years.
Where were you 7 months ago? Do you have an alibi?
Let's see if this sounds like me. Trevor and Nick, who could not string together one cohesive thought, approached my sister asking the party to leave. My sister paid for a private party experience and was met with a public display of hatred and discrimination. Mind you, we had been more than understanding when things kept changing for my nephew's party due to the weather. Grace was a wonderful party attendant and even took the time to apologize for the male employee's behavior, which she shouldn't have to. Nick and Trevor not only approached the table menacingly, but also began yelling at my sister when asked why we were the only party being asked to leave, and Trevor specifically would not speak to anyone in a civil manner. He exhibited not only poor customer service, but also threatening behavior. I would not recommend this facility to anyone as they clearly lack judgment in hiring personnel and will not honor your party rental.
It does sound a lot like you to threaten to remove a Hispanic family having a birthday party.
It sounds a lot like me to discriminate against
Yeah, this park is just racist, I think. Held my 6-year-old's birthday party here and was subjected to the worst customer experience I have ever had. I paid an enormous amount of money only to have pizza and cut a cake. The weather was bad. Well, that's not their fault. And there was no communication as to what we were supposed to go after our booked party time was over. The party representatives, Grace from the other one and Taeyeon, were great and very accommodating. They allowed us to stay until the weather passed. Nick D and Trevor, on the other hand, were highly confrontational and essentially kicked us out of the facility. Trevor specifically raised his voice at my girlfriend to talk over her and cut her off rather than listen to her and come to a common solution to the issue. It also did not help that he stepped in front of her in a threatening manner, utilizing his stature to intimidate her as he raised his voice. Our party was signaled out even though there were clearly other groups of people no different than us. I'm very disappointed that this is what passes for hospitality.
Dude, I was just waiting for you to get to the Nick D and Trevor because that's like why I stopped on it. It's just the same guy.
That's awesome. There's so much going on. Elvia
Smith,
the first one we read, and then Adrian was there. Marisol
Smith.
That's her son. Adrian and Marisol are a couple.
But the first woman is
The sister of Marisol. Wow, this is like a family tree in this Google reviews section.
They were all just like, we're
all gonna fucking yeah. Everyone go home and leave a mean review. Yeah, eventually two very rude male employees named Trevor and Nick said we had to leave the facility due to overcrowding indoors because the weather wouldn't permit any outdoor activities, and our party time was up. So the bad weather made
all the kids have to run into the inside pool. They only got 2 slides in there.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
A lot more room outside. Daniel 1 star says, one of the lifeguards raped the tube from underneath my son while he was floating in the lazy river. No one ever said we could only go around once. That is a rule there when I worked there. You go around once, you drop off your tube, and someone else takes it on a busy day.
Yeah.
You have to go around once. I'm guessing that the lifeguard told him at that point.
Yeah, once he was already like going around and he was like, no, get out of the lazy river. Now you can't float.
There was no signs or announcements. He just walked up to him and pulled it out from under him, and he fell into the water.
Oh my god.
So completely unprofessional. There was no warning, no asking him to get off. This isn't hearsay. He did it right in front of me. Lifeguards are here to keep us safe, not be rude and dunk children underwater because they're having a bad day.
That's fucking awesome.
He actually has good reviews overall.
Oh yeah.
It's got 4.4, which is surprising because that place is a freak show.
Yeah, that's crazy for a water park. Water parks are insane.
It's like a crazy freak show there. Like, it was always just a mess. The Joker worked there. So Amanda puts 1 star and says, on top of this, a young 9-year-old boy, a friend of my son's who attended the party, was assaulted when a young African teenage girl slapped him.
What the fuck?
An unknown female then walked onto my party reserved bay area with his loud voice wanting to fight. Within minutes, this unknown African-American woman came into my son's reserved party bay area and began threatening me. I advised her she had the wrong person, but she wouldn't leave. She then assaulted me and hit me in my face with her fist. I had to press charges against unknown woman, and they, police, let her walk away first after everything.
Never again hosting a party here, nor has the water park district called me to confirm I'm okay. Like, hey Amanda, are you okay after all that happened? Like, what the fuck? I'm so glad you're all right after that. The first job I ever worked at was a salon that my mom worked at. She knew the owner, and I was like 14 or 15. They paid me like $20 a week to sweep and like wipe shit down. People often mention hair. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Salon.
Yep.
Wanted a high and low light, very chunky. I was very specific about this. I showed her pictures. I had all this done all the time in South Dakota. I have shoulder length hair. Took 4 hours. It ended up all blended. When I asked, she said when she rinsed me, that happened. Paid triple of what I used to pay. I will not be back. This was my second time there. Not happy.
Just keeps adding on.
I know, it just keeps going.
Should we go to the next one?
Yeah, let's go to your next job. These suck.
My brother's friend's aunt and uncle owned a couple restaurants, and they were opening up this new one, and it's like a Greek place, but Chipotle. So it's like
Greek Chipotle, gotcha.
Greek Chipotle, you make like a pita bowl.
Wait, did you know there's 4 Night at the Museum movies?
Yes, we just learned that like 5 minutes ago.
Look at the Patreon to find that arc.
They give it 1 star saying, you know, it was horrible. Had to rip the pita off so I could taste the meat. Sad how much I got charged for low quality lamb meat. Even if it was lamb, pita bread was fire alone.
I had to what?
What does it even mean?
Had to rip the pita off. So the off of what?
The meat? So you can taste the meat?
How does that make sense? It's like saying I took the bun off the hot dog.
That hot dog was so bad I had to take the bun off of it to taste the hot dog.
Used to love this place. Not anymore. All the meat we received was overcooked and chewy. My chicken souvlaki was the worst of it all. Clearly burnt, yet served to me anyway. Brought it to the attention of one of the workers, but nothing was done to make it right. One piece out of the 5 tiny portions were edible. Definitely not worth the money spent. We will not be going back. Oh my god.
It's not that burnt.
It's just a horrible picture.
Look at this. This is perfectly fine. I like a little bit of gristle.
No, that's burnt, brother. Come on. That's burnt. It's black. It's burnt. What do you mean?
I just keep okay.
Yeah, dude.
That's how you can see it that way. I can see it that way.
D. Davis says, used to be awesome, but now is terrible. They used to carve the meat off the spit per our order. Now they've decided to change that. I didn't even know that. They are now carving the meat as prep, putting on the grill and keeping it in a hot table to scoop it out like Chipotle. The meat is hard and dry and disgusting. You are better off going to any hot dog stand for a cheap gyro. I've told tons of people about how good this place is. Now have to let them know to stay away. He needs to like text everyone like, fuck. All right, guys, I told you this place was good, but I'm sorry. I fucked that up. It's not good. Don't go there. I was very disappointed in my meal the last time I was there. In fact, I brought it home to enjoy and ended up throwing it away. I ordered a beef and lamb pita and the meat was so burned and dried out. It's as if they pulled it right off the spit and sat it there instead of slicing it fresh when you order. It's such a specific problem. It's like they took it off the spit, left it to sit there, and then let it cool a little too much before they started slicing it, and then they sliced it against the grain.
When you're at a real good Greek place, you got some big meat on the spit, and they shave it off, and you watch them shave it off, and they shave it off, and then they put it in your pita.
Yeah, but now they put it in a little tub of like a little metal tub like in Subway or Chipotle.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not fresh. It's not fresh gyro.
I get it. We used to slice it off the spit back in 20... Who cares?
They used to do it back then. All the time mess up with online order. Coming to pick up a food and no one even start a cook. After 30-minute order and need wait 30-minute more when they will make order food are good, service are bad.
Jesus Lord.
He said it. I assume the garbage customer service has to do with COVID or whatever, but this, which was one of my go-to places, is now on my do not at list.
The guy working was high on something.
Damn it.
The guy asked us, how can I help you? I asked, what comes on the burger? He pointed to a sign that was facing the entrance. When we looked at the sign, it was white. Then he walked away to help someone else. Then he came back and I was assuming he was going to apologize. He picked up a towel that he dropped on the ground and continued to use the towel to wipe where they prepare the food. He looks at Az for 5 seconds and says nothing. I walked out and contacted the manager via the website. Just ask him. And hears nothing back. Jeff, ask again.
Dude, that's what? He looks at Az for 5 seconds and says nothing? About what? But this is a crazy scenario to happen. They walk in. He's like, what's on the burger? A guy just says nothing and
points to a sign that is blank.
Outside. That's blank. It doesn't say anything.
Points to a sign that was facing the entrance.
So can you see it from if it's facing the entrance?
Just go back and see it.
Just go. Oh, okay. Let me go look and see. When he looked, the sign was what? Yeah, so it was blank. Then he walked away to help someone else. So okay, after pointing at the sign that's blank, he walks away to help someone else.
How?
He comes back and like he's going to apologize, I guess. Like, so the guy thinks he's gonna apologize. He comes back and then he just starts like wiping a table and then he fucking drops the rag on the ground and then keeps using it while the guy's just standing there. Where was he?
Then he looks at you for 5 seconds. This is insane.
He was talking to a zombie. So Nick, your third job was at a Domino's?
Yeah, Domino's Pizza. You ever heard of it?
Nope. So I walk in to pick up my pizza. I signing my receipt and I noticed an extra charge, which was a Kovic fee. So I asked the guy at the counter what the fee was for, and his response was, I don't know. I'm just wondering where my 3% is going to. I think the manager should tell them not to just say, I don't know. Yeah, I think the manager should tell them not to just say, I don't know. Asked him for paper plates, and then he asked me how many.
I said 10.
That is kind of funny. Like, hey, can I get some paper plates? How many? It's like, 10? Then he has the nerve to give me a response like, I can only give you 3. I can only give you 3 paper plates. He had a big box full of them. So where's my fee going to then? I am posting this on social media. This isn't right.
How would this ever like cancel a Domino's? Like,
yeah, this isn't right.
what is this photo?
These are the paper plates. I ordered a pizza and choose the cheese it up option. And the pizza I got had Alfredo sauce poured on it, and it appeared like someone puked on it. My daughter did not even like it.
She likes anything.
And did not have dinner and slept hungry. That's not their fault.
Every time I try to call and place an order, it takes them 10 to 20 minutes to answer the phone.
Fuck that.
That cannot be true.
Thank you guys for watching this episode of Smoke Session. As always, 2 boys, 1 blunt. We go on the internet and we go off the rails. We have a good time. We stay out of jail. We go to school, eat our bread, thank the Lord for our daily bread. Nick is not green. Where can the people find you in your house? What's your favorite room in your house?
You can find me everywhere.
All at once. Best picture. Thank you for joining me, my friend. Please check out Nick is Not Green, the Fellowship Covenant podcast. He has that. That's his.
It's going to be going by the time this is out.
Yeah.
It's going to be moving.
Next week, which is this week. Ronan's getting real antsy about it. Thanks for watching Smoke Session. As always, take a toke, touch your toes, just turn it off.